You've probably heard of the Vietnam War, but have you heard of the secret war that happened right next door in Laos? This is the untold story of the Hmong people, and how thousands of them ended up becoming your neighbors here in America. It all starts in the 1960s. The Vietnam War is raging, and the conflict is spilling over into neighboring Laos. The U.S. couldn't officially send troops there because of international agreements, but they needed allies on the ground to fight the spread of communism. So they turned to a group of resilient, mountain-dwelling people, the Hmong. The CIA secretly recruited and armed thousands of Hmong men and boys, promising to support them and protect their families. Under the command of General Vang Pao, the Hmong became America's staunchest allies in Laos. They rescued downed American pilots, disrupted enemy supply lines, and fought bravely for over a decade. They paid a heavy price. It's estimated that over 30,000 Hmong soldiers lost their lives, and countless civilians were displaced. They fought and died for a cause they believed was shared with the United States. But then in 1975, the U.S. withdrew from Southeast Asia. Saigon fell, and the Communist Pathet Lao took over Laos. The American promises of protection vanished. The Hmong, now seen as traitors for siding with the U.S., were targeted for persecution and genocide. A brutal hunt began. To survive, entire villages had to flee their ancestral homes. This began a harrowing journey. Tens of thousands of Hmong families trekked through dense, dangerous jungles, trying to cross the treacherous Mekong River to reach safety in Thailand. Many didn't make it. Those who did ended up in crowded, desperate refugee camps. They were people without a country living in limbo. For years they waited, their futures uncertain, hoping for a lifeline. The United Nations stepped in, providing aid and officially recognizing them as refugees. But the question remained: where could they go? Finally, a glimmer of hope appeared. The United States, acknowledging its moral obligation, passed the Indochina Migration and Refugee Assistance Act. Later, a program called the Joint Voluntary Agency, or JAV, was created to help resettle these refugees. Churches and community groups across America sponsored Hmong families, paving the way for a new life in a land they had never seen. So began the Hmong settlement in the United States. They arrived with nothing but the clothes on their backs and the trauma of war. They didn't speak the language, understand the culture, or know how to navigate this strange new world. They were settled in places like Minnesota, Wisconsin, and California, places with climates and landscapes so different from the mountains of Laos. The struggles were immense. They faced poverty, discrimination, and the deep-seated challenge of preserving their unique culture while trying to assimilate. The older generation carried the invisible wounds of war, while the younger generation had to bridge the gap between their parents' traditions and their new American identity. But the story of the Hmong in America is not just one of struggle, it's one of incredible resilience and success. From those desperate beginnings, they built vibrant communities. They started businesses, went to college, and became doctors, lawyers, artists, and politicians. In 2021, Sunisa Lee, a Hmong American gymnast, captivated the world by winning an Olympic gold medal. Her victory was a symbol of how far they had come. The Hmong people are a living testament to the human spirit's ability to endure, to adapt, and to thrive. Their journey from the mountains of Laos to the heart of America is a forgotten chapter of American history, a story of a promise broken, and a people who, against all odds, rebuilt their world and enriched the fabric of this nation. They are not just refugees, they are Americans, with a story that deserves to be told.